Hey everyone, welcome to another Wildewitch RP live play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, art writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories so much so that we quit our day jobs and we created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline, set in our very own Velinara campaign setting. It's a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition, where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us as well. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. And with me is Sirenscape, bringing our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, let us meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on an adventure to find an entrance to the Shadow Grim. So, we'll begin with an introduction for Bracken.
Hey everyone, it's me. I'm Bracken. I play a monk fighter who's a fairy, then a kender. And he's here because he's not good with words, but he is good with fists, and he's friends is good with words.
Amazing. Next up for our introductions, let's learn about Avi.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm playing Avi. She is a half-elf bard sorcerer. She cares deeply about her friends. She's constantly making music, whether she's humming or tapping or just generally being annoying. And she's a bit spooky.
Perfect. We love a bit spooky. That's a little bit of spice. Next for our introductions, let's get an introduction for Cecil.
Hello, my name is Brent, and I play Cecil Darkholm. He's a forest gnome cavalier who is working continuously on personal relationships, not a strength of his. He's ready to support his friends and what they decide to do, but keeping in mind the threats that could be faced by his home, far away and out of reach. And he's recently been focusing a lot more on the moon, and he's not excited to go underground in Vale Umbra.
Oh no. Why ever not? I'm sure
Reason.
that nothing goes wrong down there. And then, last but not least, our newest addition to the group, let's learn of Z.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bo, and I'm playing Z. Their pronouns are they, them, and they are a changeling artificer using a homebrew bone cobbler class. They are a very emotionally damaged person, very emo, but all they want is to just be on a farm, managing stuff, living their life, nice and calm. But the death of their friends have brought them to a not so desirable profession of making undead and magically charged creatures. It's not the job they want, but you know what? It pays well, and so far, all they can do is trauma dump.
Oh yeah. So, with our introductions, it's time to begin our story. You are in Vale Umbra. You are in the city of Gloom the War, and you've been staying at the Ravenmere Manor. And you have a collection of figures that seem to have taken the residence as well. And currently resting, each of you have gone after a harrowing ritual. One of you went down in a realm that was not quite here. And when you returned back, it seemed that there was more to be done. But the Lady Araxibus had seemed a bit understanding that emotions were tense, frayed, straining, and has given you all the evening to think about the offers and if you are willing to push forward, to continue that fast approach to the knowledge, using some more occult methods, rather than a slow, though steadier, research method. And so each of you went, and we got a little insight into everyone's minds. But it is now morning. And as we come to, breakfast is much like the first breakfast here, and Bracken, should you find yourself in the kitchen, you are sent to another station under Miss Matilda's care. And you see that you're doing well this morning. Your station mate is not the same one who you had been with yesterday. And is a little bit talkative in the morning. And you do well at what you are preparing.
While we're talking, I let slip just loud enough. Yeah, I usually do better when someone's not all up in my business, and try to make sure whoever I was with last time can hear that.
Amazing.
Was it Terraminder? Was it Terraminder?
It's
No.
not terrible.
Ah,
Terry seems to be very respectful of the fact that there's already a kitchen staff here, and likely is only utilizing the kitchen when making snacks. But yes, you each have breakfast, and it's much the same. It's a large family-style breakfast, plenty of servings of the different portions to serve yourself, and while Z, you only had seen a small bit of the affair as you had been invited after the majority, but you do see that it seems there is a large entourage that comes with your newfound group. Vibrant figures of many different walks of life. You see there is a figure who very much seems to be a corpse, just sitting and watching everyone. An Earth Genasi at Avi's side. You see half-orc, a tiefling, all sorts of figures. There is a goblin wearing very fancy robes and clothing, though they do seem a little stained from repeated wear. Someone who seems to be of noble birth. There's just a whole collection here, an assortment. And Lady Araxibus, seated at the side and in conversation with your host, Irwithel. So, what do each of you do this morning? If anything out of the ordinary? And what are your thoughts about perhaps everything that has happened so far? anything that might come yet to be. Do you plan on taking your Axibus's offer?
Cecil would introduce Z to anyone they hadn't met yet.
So we've got then Ansel, Ron, Lorcan, Harminder, Carissa, Zephyriel, Relethalas, Hadrib, and now Natriana.
Z, this
All
is
time
everyone.
for speed.
Everyone, this is Z.
Hi.
Hey, how you
Natriana.
doing?
Natriana, it's sort of like Bracken seems to speak before she thinks. And like halfway through tearing through a piece of toast, "Oh, you didn't sleep at all, did you? It hardly looks like you got any sort of rest."
Who, me? Well, yeah, I guess that's accurate.
Like, if you've got problems, like, I understand, like, I'm not from Vale d'Umbra, so, like, sleeping here is kind of weird. I've got things I can help with, maybe. Like, they're all from the church, like, different herbs and stuff, incenses. It might help.
Thank you for the offer, but it's not for a reason you might think it is. I just have a lot on my mind right now. But thank you for the offer once again. I appreciate your kindness and generosity.
And Natriana will make a look over to some of the others and very much has the see someone appreciates me. She's very smug about that.
Some of them mitochondria gummies?
No, but I mean, if you need a tea or something to consume, I could probably find something. Like, most of the stuff that I've got, like I said, incense.
What's the word for that stuff? Midichlorians?
I don't think that's right.
Melatonin?
Melatonin sounds right, but
Melbatoast?
I think it's melatonin, friend.
Mmm. As gummies? Those will put you right to bed.
I mean, they come in many different types of ways you can ingest that.
I hear gelatin's really good for kids. And Natriana will look over at Bracken.
Look, out of any other way to take anything, why would you not default to the candy one?
I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure that they made those to appeal to a younger demographic.
Yeah, for the kids and the kid at heart. Now leave me be.
You see for the first time Z kind of like lets out a slight snort. Just
Cecil's dying laughing as he used to think Bracken was a flying baby.
This is true.
But I think also Z kind of remind me of the person's name who offered me this the stuff to sleep. I want to make sure I spelled it correctly.
Natriana. And it's got a bit of a weird spelling. I can put it in a game room.
of course,
Sweet.
it is.
I kind of look at Natriana, just observing them, kind of looking them up and down. A slight smirk on my face.
And then, here is a visual, so that way you can see what she looks like.
Hey, we got character art?
No.
Meh.
There we go. Just a very warm golden color scheme.
I think for Z, it's kind of the first time seeing someone, I guess, almost, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, and I think Z doesn't know how to describe it either. I think they're just admiring Natriana.
Look at that.
And Z will straighten up. I'm so sorry, I don't mean to stare.
You see that Natriana will turn back, where she was probably still antagonizing Bracken. Oh, I didn't even notice, so no harm done.
I'm sorry, I know it's rude, and I'm sorry, I just
You're fine. I stick out like a sore thumb here. And she motions, all the gray. Not that gray's bad. And she looks over to Irwithel. And being someone who, worships the sun, and the sun's not here. It's kind of a little. I mean, you understand. And she looks over to Ansel. But no, don't worry about the staring. I didn't notice. Maybe if I had, I might have been a little weirded out. I don't know. I'm not used to people staring at me.
no, and they start blushing a little bit. Sorry, I need some fresh air, and they'll just stand outside, just, oh my god.
Yeah, no, easily enough done to head outside. You would notice that, oh, what's his name? The Barbed.
Silent.
Silas, yeah. Silas is out tending to the gardens early this morning.
I think, this is some backstory stuff, but I think Natriana kind of reminds them of their love that died in just a little bit. So I think they just don't know how to process that.
All right.
Just some hints, nothing too big, but
So, the rest of you, I'm assuming, stay inside. Well, Z disappears outside, or
Bracken is currently in a heated debate over the name of Sleepy Moon Dreamtime gummies for kids. It just happens to be the name of the product. It's fine if that's the name. Anyone can use them.
Natriana.
Avi would. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say Natriana is definitely engaging in the debate with Bracken.
Avi's definitely staying inside. All morning she has, especially with the thoughts that were going through her head the night before, she has not missed a moment to be close to Ron, whether it was holding her hand or a quick kiss on the cheek, or she has not been not present at all this morning when it comes to Ron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ron, There seems to be a bit of a notice that Avi is staying close, but not in a way that shows any concern, but there's just moments where Ron seems to be watching you, Avi.
Mm.
Almost like there is perhaps pieces of some puzzle being picked up to put together later, but not like an active sort of curiosity, just there's an awareness
Right.
in Ron. But she stays close by, holds your hand, squeezes it, presses kisses against your forehead.
After laughing at the used to look like a baby thing, Cecil would have returned to privately writing or trying to draft a letter.
Okay. There is, as each of you go through about your mornings, see you eventually do make your way back. Your Axibus at the edge of the table coughs, calls attention over to her. So, have you all decided on my assistance if we will be moving forward?
I certainly think it's worth a shot. We have to at least try.
I agree with Avi. Even though I'm frustrated, I think it's best to just keep going.
Yes, I think we need some resolution. Cecil kind of crumples up the letter he was writing and tosses it for a trash can. Can I make a roll to see if I make it in?
Yeah, go ahead. Improvised weapon, 1d20 plus dexterity.
11.
I'm gonna say it hits the rim and then like falls on the outskirts of the trash can.
Okay, I'm not going to pay it too much attention.
Okay, cool. Someone is paying attention. And Bracken,
Yes.
your thoughts with your Axibus and moving forward with her rituals and how she's gaining knowledge for your group, or helping
You
your
know-
group gain knowledge?
Again, I'm not too crazy about the whole magic thing, but it seems, we do get results in the grand scheme. So if this is something that helps, or if the group is interested in pursuing this, I am on board.
Okay. Then your Axibus smiles. Those molten golden eyes crinkling. Well then, when you are ready for the day, we will set out for the Weeping Well. As I said, it is an entrance within the city, though getting to it may require a bit of stealthier actions.
Is it a bad part of town?
Oh, quite the opposite. It's in a part where everyone wants to be seen.
I'm assuming you mean that we may have to take evasive measures.
Perhaps. It is not a currently occupied estate. But we are moving. We will be moving through the Heart Quodon, the highest nobility. Keep their landscapes and holdings within.
Well, I think that I'm ready. You see Z kind of like pulls their backpack from where they are, sets it in front of them. Well, we won't get results standing here.
I'll have to go grab a few things, but I'll be ready.
Natriana will stand up. Yeah, I gotta grab stuff too.
Then perhaps we can all prepare and then head out.
Yeah.
Alright. So. As you all prepare, heading out with you will be your Exibus, obviously.
Mhm.
And then Triana. Ants and Zephyriel are staying back. Who else would come through?
I could walk through next if that's helpful.
No, I'm just looking at the NPCs who's coming. We'll have your Exvis, Natriana, and why don't we keep it simple? Why don't we keep it at that? A lot of things are going to maybe come up. So, you each prepare. You grab the things that you might need. Armor, weapons, perhaps assorted bags of your adventuring gear. But you all come together. Your Exbis stands as elegant and well put together as she was yesterday. Natriana has her wrappings on again once more and seems ready to go. And the rest of you are as you wish to describe yourselves. But you are able to move. Your Exibus leading you out and through the streets of Limnor. She seems familiar enough with it. Perhaps her work has brought her all about the city. And she explains that you are heading to the Ruby Quadrant within the Heart Cordon, and that the properties are extravagant and exquisitely kept. Why don't we get checks of your choice? Whether you are wishing to roll stealth to not draw attention to yourselves, performance to act as if you are supposed to be here, or any other check that you think might work, as you are moving through a space that very much is perhaps visually different than your outwardly appearances.
Gonna roll a performance to fit in.
Gonna be a little bit more stealthy than usual.
Natriana is going for a performance. She's all confidence here. Natriana very much is putting on an act that everyone can see through. Hell yeah, Avi. Avi, right up there with your activist. You are supposed to be here. Anyone who looks at you wouldn't question it, even with a more adventurer's outfit. You, Cecil, seem to draw some attention to yourself. And Z, you're able to, alongside Bracken, amidst the performance of your companions, slip under the radar, it seems. And your group, though perhaps drawing some attention on the streets, might result in some gossip about the area. You arrive well nestled in the Ruby Quadrant, a once majestic property. The grandeur and architecture elegance are evident, though hidden under its current state of decay. This sprawling estate features an overgrown garden. Weathered and broken statues stand as silent sentinels. They've witnessed an incalculable passage of time. There are sinuous vines and cobwebs crawling along the cracked stone walls. It weaves an otherworldly tapestry where death's nature reclaims its dominion. You see that the primary house, the estate, this mansion, is adorned with an ornate facade. It displays a faded crest, symbol of a noble lineage, once calling the estate home. The entrance has ironwork, creaks as it sways in the grim breeze. I hope none of you are afraid of echoes and ghosts. As your
No.
exhibit will turn towards you all at the gate.
No, I consider them more my friends.
Nothing we haven't handled before.
As I said before, we will need to reach the Weeping Well. It is at the rear of the estate.
Do the inhabitants know we're coming?
There are no inhabitants of any corporeal form.
Ah, that makes sense with your ghost comment. Got it.
Well, let's get in there.
So, the gardens are at the rear of the estate, and give me a perception or investigation.
Oh.
Cecil, how hard could it be to get to the back of the estate?
Yeah, you just walk straight
Right,
from the front to the back.
exactly. Avi, Bracken, Z. Perhaps you may have wanted to avoid the mansion. Not only, perhaps, of the potential ghosts that Iraxabish had mentioned, but there could be structural damage as well. But from a quick glimpse of the estate, it seems that you'll have to go through the mansion to reach the rear gardens. It doesn't seem that there's a way to go around.
We just have to watch our step, I guess. But you see Z kind of cracks their knuckles a little. It's like, nothing I'm not used to.
Well, how hard can it be to find a back door?
Hopefully not difficult. But so far, our journey has been nothing but difficult.
I wouldn't say that.
What do I do?
Honestly, at this point, I'm just hoping we don't run into what we ran into. When we did this the first time.
What, the Soul Feaster?
Yes.
Those are in the wastelands. We'll be fine.
So, as you move through, there is a sort of presence as you step into the estate, past the creaking iron gate. And as you walk upwards toward the front door of the main mansion, let me just check here for something real quick. Avi and Z, with your passive perceptions, there seems to have been something watching from one of the windows. You see where the curtains move. Though it doesn't seem that any of the windows up there are open or broken. The breeze from outside doesn't seem to travel, as the rest are still.
Someone's got eyes on us.
Yeah. I'd say keep an eye out. I will watch the group. I will watch around and alarm you all if there's anything. Is it okay if I kind of keep guard of the group as we're walking through the house?
That can be your attention. Totally. But you've just entered onto these skate grounds. You've not yet entered into the mansion. There might be more waiting for you inside. As you all approach closer to the house towards this, that sense of a presence here becomes heavier, sorrowful. And I'm going to ask for wisdom saves from everybody. Oh.
Oh boy.
So Avi's okay.
Okay.
And your Exodus is okay.
I'll use Indomitable and roll again.
Okay.
I still have an inspiration. I can use that to reroll.
If you would like to.
I'm using it. I'm not messing with this type of stuff. Okay, well,
So Bracken, Z, and not Triana, you are overcome with the sorrowful energy of this area. It drains any joy or happiness. And you carry now with you this malaise, this melancholy of some unnatural source. And for the next 24 hours, you have disadvantage on saving throws.
Oh,
Thank you, Faye. I very much appreciate that.
Well, look, it's happened to the party member that is the NPC too. Natriana seems a lot more gloomy and dour.
oh boy.
You enter into the estate grounds, and it is decrepit. A crypt, it seems, of a life once lived lavishly. The luxury that would have been overwhelming, now forgotten, rotting. And you must find your way through this mansion to its rear gardens to find this weeping well. But some of you, again, are afflicted by this malady. And you all hear upon the air inside this building as you enter in, not just the moans of the house, but the cries of those who may have once lived in it.
All right. Maybe we keep quiet, stay out of everybody's way, and just get what we're trying to get done.
Quickly, this is a dark place.
In and out. Let's get it done.
Yeah, it's a heavy burden to experience walking through here.
Yeah, definitely don't feel Solanthra's light.
I not only do we have to be careful, but let's just not anger anything while we do this ritual.
So, what would you like to do to make your way through this estate? Do you try to look for the area? Do you just try to force your way through? What does your efforts look like?
Avi's moving carefully, but she is on a mission to find the back door.
So why don't we get an investigation for that?
I can do that.
I also kind of don't want to do anything by force. I will join Avi in that event's investigation.
Sounds good.
Can I keep a perception for what's going on around us?
Yeah, me too.
Totally.
Oh well.
So Avi and Z, you lead the movement through the house alongside your Axibus. But Bracken, you notice this. However quiet and carefully your group has been moving, it does not seem that you have been unnoticed. Faces in the shadows glare at you. More and more that begin to crawl across the ground, pulling themselves closer as you see these figures, skeletal, that are enshrouded in the darkness. The shadows, the echoes of those who had once lived here, come after your group. We're going to roll initiatives.
Hey, now that's no good.
Oh boy.
Good thing that the malady only affects your saving throws, right?
That's one positive thing.
So, Cecil will be our first act. And after Cecil will be our shadows. Avi, Z, Natriana, and Bracken. So, Cecil, you are the first to act. The shadows are quick upon your group. In a blink of an eye, even as you are watching around you, they have entered into your space. What would you like to do?
They're like crawling on the ground.
Some of them were, some of them now stand, or at least what could be the equivalent of standing for a creature that doesn't really have a form.
All right, I'll run and give one the business end of the warhammer. That does a 27 hit.
Yeah.
Ooh. With 31 damage total.
Alrighty. With a amount of 30 damage, your hammer strikes against the creature, and there is a sort of wavering as you impact, and then your hammer moves through the space that isn't quite fully occupied by the shadow, but it does seem to take the damage. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Then it is our shadows go. And there are a few of them about. But the one in front of you, Cecil, is going to go for an attack roll. That is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
So that will be 16 points of necrotic damage. And your essence, you feel sort of moving away from you, as well as your strength score is reduced by 6.
Oh.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
The more of the shadows come around, and you can hear their ghastly wails.
Like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Avi, the one that comes towards you, just moves overhead as you're able to duck. A 6 will miss.
Mm-hmm.
Bracken, you are able to avoid being struck with a 9.
Mm.
Z does a 13 hit,
It does not.
and you two are also able to keep the monsters at bay. And as their turn ends, some of them staying in the shadows, the other having moved up. This is where we have to take our first ad break.
Oh, no.
So, stick around with us. We will continue our battle here just after we get back. But before we head out, I do ask that you hang around and you let the ads run. Ads are a huge way of how we keep our games affordable here, so please don't leave us or mute them. But you can turn the volume down as you hang out in our chat room. You can also always make a direct donation to my Ko-fi. There's a link for that on screen. Ko-fi donations not only help support us at Wildewitch RP, but they also unlock awesome perks for our entire community. Perks that benefit everyone who plays with us for the next month, and can include double treasure, double XP, special companions, and even new quests. So, stick around. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back, and Avi,
Mm-hmm.
it's your turn.
One came like right at me, yeah.
Oh yes.
Well, I'll whip around and stare right in the face and ask for a wisdom save. Or not a wisdom, intelligence. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's going to be an 18.
Oh, I don't like that. It's fine.
It was a natural 20, so I'll only
Well-
get so many of those.
Yeah. I'll send a bardic to Cecil.
Okay. As Cecil gets a bardic inspiration, Z will come to your turn.
Okay. So, because we're dealing with some ghosty boys, I'm gonna try something. I'm going to use one of my hand axes and do magical tinkering, which will give the axe a 5-foot radius of light.
This is correct.
You know what? I'm gonna do my claw. I'm gonna do my arm. I'm gonna use my claw.
Okay.
That will be my action though. But it will hopefully do something. Probably wouldn't do any damage, but it'll at least give us light to possibly draw the shadows away.
It definitely seems to aggravate the shadow that's in front of you. You hear the hiss as your light comes into existence. And it is Natriana's turn, and Natriana is going to cast Bless. And everyone can take a d4 of Bless action. It does not catch her, though. Bracken,
Yeah,
it's your turn.
it's time to punch some shadows. Yeah. 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 And we'll go for a flurry of blows on this, so I will burn one more.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that was not good.
You can always add a d4. You are blessed.
Ooh. Hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
It does, I think, 13?
13 does not hit.
Oh, please.
But the other 3 will hit.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll just go for it. For a total of math. That's 2, that's 4, that's
21.
21.
21. 15 and 6. So, same thing that Cecil kind of experienced. As you're striking against this creature, there is a momentary resistance before you seem to hit something, but then you are passing through it, as it doesn't have a true corporeal existence. But it does seem to take damage. And anything else from Bracken?
No.
Alright. Cecil.
Cecil had taken kind of a gasp for air and dropped to a knee after his strength was sapped from him, but then he got reinvigorated by the bless and the inspiration from the bardic. So he's gonna get back to his feet and swing at this thing again.
Go for it.
18.
An 18 will hit.
8 damage. I'll do bardic and bless.
Okay.
It's the bardic an 8.
Mm-hmm.
About 15.
A 15 just hits.
Yeah. For 10 more damage.
Hell yeah. The shadow in front of you is wavering a bit. You've done a heavy amount of damage, but it's still in a fighting condition. Anything else, Cecil?
I'll stay with it.
Okay. It's our shadows go. And our shadow is going to again go for a drain effect. But that's a natural 1 to hit you, Cecil.
That's good.
So you're fine. The one in front of Bracken will go for a similar drain effect with a natural 20.
We are going to use our scarf for that.
Okay. So, there is the, so as the scarf comes up, you are immune to the damages that comes forward for until the start of your next turn. And it seems to infuriate this shadow. There is a baring of teeth that have the hint of a point. Whatever was, whatever this creature once was seems to have been perhaps on the more feral, animalistic side. Z, that is a natural 1 to hit you. So you're fine as the shadow tries to take a swipe. Avi, a 14 to hit you?
Yes, that'll hit.
So that will be 14 points of necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 4.
Mm-hmm.
Avi, it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. I will. Ooh, I'm gonna cast Distant Whispers at 3rd level, so I'll need a wisdom save.
Okay.
At the one that's on me.
That's only an 8.
See, I like that so much more. So that's 19 psychic, and it needs to go away, please.
Okay, so it will move away from you, Avi.
Thank you.
And you would watch that as it takes its full 40 feet of movement, that it reaches a wall, and instead of stopping there, it just crawls upward towards the ceiling and perches in the corner.
Ew.
Yep.
Ooh. Hey, you stop doing that. That's weird.
Anything else from you, Avi?
Yeah, I'll give a bardic to Bracken.
Bardic gets a Bracken. Or Bracken gets a Bardic.
Bardic for Bracken.
Bracken.
Bardic
go.
for Bracken.
So, I believe that is it for your turn then, Avi. Which means Z, we come to your go.
Sweet. I am just going to, with my claw arm, or with my bone arm, I'm going to attack twice, because, yes, that is a thing I can do. Please hit for the oh my, okay.
Unfortunately,
Really
Bless
gotta hit
can't
this.
help that.
Definitely can't help that, but I do have a reaction, or I do have a bonus action to 2-weapon fighting, so I could do that. Hopefully that works. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you.
So, yeah, that'll hit.
A 26, and then we got the. Well, okay. 5 damage.
Much like the others who have struck with the physical attacks, the claws come forward, and there is a moment where it hits something, but then is traveling through the shadows, but does seem to leave behind damage.
Okay. Okay. I believe that is all I could do for now. I know I could probably attack again, but I don't want to have my life sucked out of me, so I think that's gonna be it for now.
Sounds good. Then it comes to Natriana's turn. Natriana's going to take a dodge action, so she can continue holding the spell as best as she can. As Bracken, it's your go.
Oh goody! We're gonna punch the shadow.
You can try.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm so sad.
Ooh. Ooh.
How big is the bardic?
It's a D8.
Can I try? Is a nat 1 a nat 1, or can I try to get that above?
In combat, a natural 1 is an automatic miss.
Okay, great. Well, we will add. I guess we can't trip these things, can we? They don't really have legs or none. I'll just hit it. Ooh, 13. Just sock it right in the kisser.
Yeah, 13 hits. Or, not the
That's
13 hits, 13 damage.
There we go.
I knew it was damage. I was picking up my calculator for it.
No, you're good. You're good.
But that's a heavy strike. It seems.
Give me some big old lips.
Anything else from Bracken?
No.
Okay. Then it is Cecil. Your turn.
Gritting his teeth, he's gonna swing again.
Okay.
15
A 15 just hits.
for 6, and then a 20 for 8 damage.
And with that, one of the shadows seems to disappear as the swing of your hammer cuts and causes a disruption, ribbons through the air.
He's gonna kind of take a deep breath, and is there a spot that he can get where he's within 5 feet of Z and Bracken?
Yeah, why not? You guys are kind of in a sort of contained fighting space.
That's where he would like to go.
Okay. So our shadows go. And the one that is in front of Z, the light causing it to growl a bit in frustration, notices you, Cecil, and is going to take an attack at you instead of at Z. And that is an 11. So that will miss. Then the one in front of Bracken is going for a drain effect
No.
with a 17 to hit.
I will go ahead and scarf.
Okay, another use of the scarf. It snarls once again, and does anyone here understand Elvish?
No.
Not I.
I understand Sylvan.
Elvish.
Avi,
Yeah?
you hear where this one calls for aid. And the one that was on you is going to crawl down out of that corner and go over towards Bracken.
Who?
And as it comes to the side of Bracken, a 26 which I believe hits.
Yeah.
And, well, you don't take the necrotic damage because you are immune to it due to the scarf's ability. A hit also means that your strength score is reduced by 3.
That's bad.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
oh.
Nope, I didn't mean to click that. My bad.
You're good.
How do I edit
You click on the little number and you can do
that? Oh, here it is. Yes, yes.
override.
So,
But that's it for our little buddies.
okay, question.
Yes.
Because I have gauntlets of overpower on that
Mhm.
just set my stuff to 19 up behind, like above or below the scene.
Uh-huh.
Do the gauntlets not get drained? Because it just says my strength is 19 when wearing the gauntlets.
Could be a modifier.
Let me, don't take the drain for now.
Okay.
But I will put a note onto the side because I'm going to look into that.
Okay.
So. But that can wait until our next ad break for me to look into.
Very cool.
Alright, and then with that, it is the end of our Shadows Go, and Avi, it is your turn.
First of all, I'm gonna let everybody know that they're working together. They're talking to each other.
What are they saying?
It's just to ask for help. That's all.
Friends, we either need to run or we need to act quickly.
The one that just hit Bracken, the one that was on me, I'm gonna cast Mind Slack at 4th level. I'll need a Wisdom save.
Okay. That is a natural 20 for a 20.
Okay. It's gonna take half of 27, so 13. Psychic.
Alright, so 13 at psychic. And quick answer for Bracken, the strength drain affects your actual score, but because of your gauntlets, you are still at that 19 as long as you are wearing them.
Got it. Okay, so my base score is down to a 7, right? Because it was a -3 or what?
-3.
Okay, so yes, it is a 7 for score.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna get a Bardic to Z, and that's it.
Bardic to Z.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
I might need it.
And
Z
then,
gets it.
Z, it is your turn.
And I have a bardic.
You are blessed with a Bardic. You have one in front of you, Z. But it has turned its attention towards Cecil, who is within 5 feet of you.
Okay, I'm gonna do something a little weird. I'm gonna use one of my infusions. Oh wait, no, my infusions is only for my attuned weapons, which I have my dragon wing short bow that I could use. So I think I might use one of my infusions. I'm gonna use radiant weapon. I'll send you a screenshot in chat for it.
Okay.
But it allows me to do +1 for grants a +1 to attack and damage rolls made with it while holding it. May take a bonus action to activate or deactivate shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light, yada yada yada. As a reaction, immediately after being hit by the attack, the wielder can expend 1 charge and cause the attacker to be blinded until the end of the attacker's next turn.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to grab out my Dragon Wing short bow. I'm going to use my arm, but like
visually speaking, to infuse it as I'm holding it, and then I'm going to roll to attack. And it's a +1 to attack, so it's a +7, and that's a natural 20
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
for a 27, if we do that math correctly.
Sounds
And
good.
it also is +1 for damage, so it'd be 2d6 +3 instead of +2. If I'm reading that right. So that would be an 11 damage, and it would be radiant.
So, well, it doesn't change the damage type.
Oh, and I can expend 1 charge to just blind them unless
Right.
they succeed a con save.
Right. So the dragon winged short bow for this one is acid, if I remember correctly, because it was the black
it's
one.
acid.
Ah, gotcha.
And I need to make a quick note of things here.
That was a lot, but I was just like reading through all my stuff that I could do.
Okay. You would notice that as it travels through, the acid drips a bit onto the ground. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as you had hoped, but it is blinded, it seems, as it looks wildly about the room as you expend that charge.
Well, I think I just gave us some time for now.
Alrighty, and Natriana is holding and continues to dodge. And Bracken, well, you've got 2 on you.
We're gonna give it a go. We're gonna go after the one we've been fighting.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, come on, dude.
3 out of 4 hit.
We are going to go for a trip attack, a stun, and another trip. So that's 17 on the trips, and a 14 on the stun.
So, on the first attack, it seems to fail, but it is immune to the prone condition.
Got it. Good to
And-
know, but we still get the extra.
Con save for the stun, right?
Yes.
That is a 20.
Oh,
That's fine. They survive it. That's 20, 38 points of damage.
38 points of damage. Righty. That is another one of these shadows down.
Phew. And I will turn to the other one.
It snarls at you.
I'll snarl at it.
Okay. Cecil, it's your turn. The one that was on Z seems to have turned its attention towards you.
I'll take another deep breath and swing at it.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
let's go.
For max damage.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Alright,
Is it
and
still doing shadow things?
it still seems to be doing shadow things.
Let's go,
Swing again.
Cecil.
For 6 more damage.
Alright. As it is struck, there is the shifting of the energies here as you are imparting damage, but it still persists. Though it seems wounded. And anything else from Cecil?
That's it.
Our shadows will go forward and We've got a swing at Cecil. But a 14, I believe, misses.
It does.
And then a swing at Bracken with a 16.
That does not hit.
Okay, and you are fine, both of you. And Avi, it's your turn.
Cool. We're gonna try this again. And look at the one that's on Cecil, and I'll ask for an intelligence save.
With the intelligence save, that is going to be a 17.
It just meets. I need to quit trying that spell.
Oh,
They're fine.
no. Yeah, it seems that their saves are pretty good this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from Avi?
No.
Okay. Z,
Cool.
Yes.
it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I think because I don't believe infusions, they stay on the object that I am attuned to, if I'm not wrong.
Let me double check.
If not, that's fine. I'm just asking.
Infusions. You can touch a non-magical object to imbue it with one of your infusions to turn it into a magic item, and it will only work with what is specified in the description. If the item requires attunement, you attune yourself the instant that you infuse the item, and it will remain on an item indefinitely, but when you die, the infusion vanishes.
Okay.
If you give up your knowledge of the infusion for another one.
Okay. Yeah, then... Okay, so I can use my bow again, especially because I have Radiant Weapon on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The person won't be blinded, or the shadow wouldn't be blinded again because I've already used that charge. But I am gonna... That's a natural... Another natural 20!
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, for 27. That's max damage on both damage dice, and that's gonna be 15 damage.
Okay. Max damage. Hell yeah. And reading into it, you have 4 charges on that. And so if you wanted to do another charge to blind it again, you could do so.
Okay. You know what? I might as well, because so far that seems to be the only thing that's keeping them at bay for now.
Okay. That is a successful con save against your DC of 15 with a 21. So it is not blinded, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it did take a heavy hit.
Gotcha. Good.
And then Atriana continues to hold the bless, continues to dodge. She does not want to lose this spell. And Bracken,
Yeah.
you've got one on you.
Yes, I do. We're gonna go for a punch and a punch. Like the consistency so far. There we go. That'll be 18, and then I'm gonna use a patient defense dodge action.
Okay. Another shadow that seems to be heavily hit here, but still seeming to cling to this realm. And Cecil, it's your turn.
We're swinging at this guy again.
Mm-hmm.
19 for 12 damage.
14 for 12 damage is enough. There is no more shadow.
Woo!
Is there another one?
There is another one over near Bracken.
Okay, I'll go for it.
Hopefully.
Five whole damage.
5 full damage. This one flickers, but is still standing. Anything else from Cecil?
That's it.
This one is going to go for an attack against you, Cecil, with a attempt to drain. That is a gentleman's 20.
I'm going to use warding maneuver. I roll a d8 and add my AC.
Let's go.
Okay, that puts me at 23, so miss.
All right. It snarls and as it lists spite against your character and your stance, Avi, all of which you understand as it does so in Elvish. It is Avi, then your turn.
Okay. Let's go for another mind spark at 3rd level. I'll need a wisdom save.
That is a 7.
Okay. It's 10 psychic.
And with that, as you blast this energy into the last of the shadows that seem to be intent on fighting you, it bursts. And you are no longer bound by initiative. Out of combat, as the threat is no longer quite so active. What do you do in the aftermath?
Are we all alright?
So the shadows seem to have done some lasting damage to my strength here.
I feel it too.
I wish I could help you, friends. I don't think my healing abilities would help.
I'm just as sad as I was when we entered onto this place, so I guess that means I'm okay.
I don't know about y'all. I'm feeling all right.
I will remind Bracken that you are affected by the malady.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm playing it as though since he's got the gloves on, he doesn't feel it.
No, that's not the same thing as the strength
Oh.
drain. The wisdom
Oh,
save
that's
you had,
right.
yeah, where it drains all of your joy.
Right.
And
In
happiness.
that case, yeah, I'm very bummed. I
mean, you can still try and play it as if, like, everything's okay, and then it's just breaking on the inside.
At least we got rid of those shadows pretty good.
You did punch them very well, Bracken.
I guess.
Yes, you did some very well hand-to-hand combat there.
All right, now I feel like everyone's just saying it to say it.
No, you did. I think that's the best I've ever seen you punch.
Oh, there it is.
Do you need a hug?
No.
Okay. All right.
Is Terry here?
No, she's not.
Terry's not here.
Friends, I feel like we need to move, especially if they called more.
It's strange that they've never acted like this while I've been here before.
But they're not always grumpy.
I mean, they are always in a mood.
Mm.
You do not become a shadow or a wraith or anything like that unless you are afflicted by a strong presence of emotions, usually bad ones, when you perish.
More grin, less grinning.
If anyone would like to roll for me an insight or an arcana check.
I also wanted to ask, like, could it have been the combat that we did while we were doing the ritual the first time? Could they be connected?
If you talked to some of my colleagues, everything is connected. But I don't believe that all things are leading to another. Bracken and Z. There are magics that can mask a person's presence or allow them to present as something else. And you know that the Lady Araxibis is a strong practitioner of magic. It's likely that she could be passively masking her presence, not even realizing it, to the point where the shadows don't mind her or perhaps don't even recognize her presence.
I don't think I'm gonna say anything. Z is kind of gonna start doubting Lady Euraxibus.
All sort of magic malarkey going on.
Well, why don't we continue looking for this back door?
Yeah, I'm eager to get out of here.
You reach a doorway leading to the overgrown gardens. And as you are traveling through, why don't we get a survival check just to see how well you travel through the overgrown grounds?
Brambles and bushes.
Bracken's moping.
Surprisingly well this time.
As Bracken's moping, you're like doing like what the kids do and like dragging their feet very like audibly.
Throwing their hands around.
Yeah. But as you drag your feet, it causes you to like get caught on the roots here, so you actually do stumble a bit, and then that causes you to mope more. It's a horrible
I
cycle.
want to go home for the day.
We're not done yet, Bracken.
Oh.
I love how everybody is like sad, and I'm like, I was sad when I got here. It sucks, but it's
Yeah.
nothing I experienced from day to day.
Yeah. Natriana also seems to be stumbling, but keeps everything to herself about her mutterings, but you can hear that she is muttering about everything. So sort of like Bracken, but not at the same time. And then I would say investigation or insight here to see, as you all move through, if you can discern what is the Weeping Well.
Ah.
There's my girl.
Oh.
Avi, Bracken. You see that in the heart of a shallow, drained pond, something that once served as some haunting centerpiece, the Weeping Well. A weathered fountain, ornate, surrounded by a semicircular wall, flanked with two cracked, collapsed wooden gazebos. There is a watery drain of the well's main orifice. You see that as you come forward, it opens like some yawning reptilian mouth. There is a continuous mournful sound that is like soft weeping. It eerily floats throughout this abandoned garden. the water that flows within the well is appearing dark and stagnant, the only disturbance by intermittent ripples. And the Lady Araxibis steps forward without seemingly a care or worry for clothes or herself to the center and then disappears beneath the dark waters.
I'll follow with that question.
I guess we're going.
Yep.
Do any of you have swim speeds?
No.
I think swim is just equal to move,
No.
right?
No,
but
not-
yeah.
No, it's yeah. You're right. It's not.
No. So I'm
Um,
probably a very slow swimmer.
Yeah. If you do not have a swim speed, it's typically considered difficult terrain and can
Got it.
be a little bit more distressing, in more distressing situations. But this is still water.
Quick question.
Yes.
Necklace of Adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
It says you can breathe normally in any environment. Does that include underwater?
I would say that makes sense to me. Let me just double check. Necklace of Adaptation. Yeah, I'd say that you can breathe underwater fine.
Alright, then I'm not worried.
Okay. So, as you descend down, if you can't breathe underwater, you are holding your breath for a bit. Not long, not enough to be worrisome. Do any of you, just as a flavor of your character, not know how to swim?
Vague knowledge. Just
know-
basic survival.
now that I think about it, Bracken wouldn't grew up in a forest. He wouldn't know much about
wings.
swimming, none. Yeah, with wings.
Cool. Bracken, could you make me a survival check then?
Are we fully submerged holding our breath here?
Yes. If you have gone
Okay.
down, yes.
I would have had to take all my armor off then. Put it in
Well,
the bag of holding.
would you have done that as all of your friends disappeared?
Well,
I mean, I have the bag of holding and I went directly after Uraxbis.
alright, I'll hope for the best.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, and Natriana's there, and it's like, I totally understand. And she motions to some of her armor, which isn't as intricate metalwork as yours, but it does have some metal portions to it.
At least Mithril is light and flexible.
And dainty.
Hey now.
You're not here.
Sorry.
You're fine, you're fine. So you head down, each of you, Bracken, relying on instincts here, as this is new to you. You don't swim.
I'm calling it a very healthy doggy paddle.
Yeah, there's a lot of bubbles. But eventually you will make your way through. And when you are sliding down the last bit, breaking through the water, it drains to a stone basin. And if you had to guess, you're about maybe 30 feet underground where it empties. And there are several tunnels hewn into the bedrock. Some of them seem to stay level, some seem to go a little further down.
No telling what's down here with us.
Well, the creatures that roam the Shadowgrim. Of course. As Lady Araxibis starts to wring out some of the clothes that she wears.
And what might that include?
Prestidigitation, I think.
What was that, Avi?
I have prestidigitation.
Would you use it?
I would use it.
Okay. On everybody?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so everybody gets dried off from Avi. All I'm imagining is like Avi adding that new car smell to everything.
Mhm.
So, but there are many creatures that roam the Shadowgrim, much as there are many creatures that are in the underground and beyond, on Vale de Mortalis. I doubt you will see much of any sort of Rothi over here, but perhaps there is a cousin to the purple worm,
Mm.
and I'm sure that there are plenty of other specters. The Shadowgrim is a dangerous place. I'm sure people have died with frustrations and unfinished business.
But you know your way around, yeah?
I'm on my way to the upper levels of the Shadowgrim. We just need to get past this. And as she looks at one of the tunnels, you can see that it is blocked by a portcullis.
Huh. Well, I'm assuming that's not always closed.
It normally is. It would be more concerning if it was open. However, I am arcanely gifted. And if I've traveled here before, it was typically on my own.
Hmm.
And I can reach the other side with ease, so long as my vision is clear. But it has been here for a while, so if you are gifted more with strength rather than arcana, it may not be so difficult to create an opening where there was not one before.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
I was about to say strength might not be our strong suit right now, but if you feel confident, Bracken,
Yeah, let me give it a go. What's the worst that could happen, right?
I'm gonna motivate you.
Maybe this will pick up my spirits.
I'll give you a bardic.
No, and it's a strength check.
I
And
would
it's
say
11.
yes. Strength.
Okay.
Pure strength.
You got this, bud.
And then a bardic of a D8 on top for a total of 17.
With a 17, Bracken, yeah, you're able to sort of
Bracket will spit in his hands and rub them together and then
push.
get under this portcullis.
So instead of getting underneath to lift it, because it is quite old, you do seem to find an area of the wood of the portcullis that is starting to rot, where the metal bracings is not prevalent. And as you push against it, you hear a crack as you break the wood, and you can do it another time to create an opening for small-sized creatures such as you and Cecil. It's a little bit
Well-
difficult to get onto a higher area where you can break it.
If y'all can get yourself smaller, the rest of you might be able to fit through, but me and Cecil can get in there.
I am a changeling. I can
All right.
shape change.
Avi, can you scrunch up?
Not much.
Rest of our friends over there?
Avi,
I'm
you'd
pretty good at making myself small, but I don't know if it's that small.
you'd be able to move through this. It just wouldn't be comfortable. You'd have
Okay.
to like scooch through, and you might get a little like scratched from the broken wood, but not like enough to
No.
take damage. Just little
I'm
scrapes.
I'm pretty good at scooching. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've
Even Faye doesn't
not
get
I-
that
that though.
not
I-
that you would notice, but
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
pretty good at
watch
scooching.
that.
Yeah.
So
Don't worry, I see your scooches.
Yeah, you see.
Thank you.
You see Z slowly just shrink down to like 3 feet because they're 5'7", so they're just whoop. But it's a very slow change. Oh, okay. I forgot how much that hurt. Ow. Oh.
Kraken spirits are a little bit better.
not Triana. I guess normally this is like a fun time to like show off, but I guess I'll just go in normal.
Yeah. Show off your scooches.
I don't do scooches
Why not?
because I don't know. It's never appealed to me.
You can always scooch. Scooching is fun. You'd scooch up closer to somebody or, scooch away from somebody or, just scooch to show off.
Yeah, I really don't feel much like scooching. I don't feel much like anything.
Yeah.
I bet you'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah. Once I light some of that incense and get some sleep,
There you go, yeah. Maybe a good hug before bed. You'll be fine.
Sleepy moon time dream gummies.
Yeah, you kid would eat that.
All right, now.
Friends, oh my goodness, friends. I'm like kind of almost on the other side. I would have just been crawling while they were talking about
It's easy enough to get
whatever.
on. It's a thin portcullis, so it's not like it's tunnel or anything. So easily enough to get on the other side.
Especially because I went from like 5'7" to 3 feet.
Yeah, a small creature again easily can make their way through this area. And as your activist had said before, as long as she has a visual, she seems to be fine, as she will disappear in a smoke and reappear on the other side. But as you each make your way over and across, it is time for our next ad break. So we will see what waits for you in the caverns shortly. But before we head out, I ask that you guys hang out with us. You let the ads run. Ads are a huge part of how we keep our games affordable here with Wildewitch RP. So, stick around. Don't leave us. Don't mute the ads. So you can turn down the volume. And of course, you can always make a direct donation to my Ko-fi. Ko-fi donations not only help support us at Wildewitch RP and provide your GM their much-needed caffeine, they also unlock awesome perks for our entire community. Perks that benefit everyone who plays with us for the next month and include special companion, double treasure, double XPs, even new quests. So, stick around. We will be right back. Alrighty. We are back, and you are in the Shadow Brim, whether you've, well, you're on the way to it. You've gotten past the portcullis. But now you must find your way further into the catacombs and find a suitable place to perform the ritual.
Mhm.
Now, you could follow your Axbis, as she says that she knows a place, or you can try and search out your own.
Avi's put a lot of trust in your Exibus, and so far that has not done her wrong. So she'll continue to put that trust in her.
Okay.
She's guided us this far. So you see no reason not to continue following her.
Z is doubtful, but they will continue onward.
Okay. Does Bracken have any strong feelings?
Nope. We'll just go with it.
Okay. Nachiana is really here to watch the rest of you, so where the group goes, she goes. And you and your Axbis travel down into the descent here. It is quiet as you walk. Your Axbis does not seem to need any light, and if you do not have dark vision, you are struggling down here.
I don't have dark vision, but I think my arm is still glowing with the
Oh,
light.
yeah. Your arm would still glow, and so too would your bow. Unless you use your action to turn it off. Or bonus action.
I think I might bonus action deactivate the light on my bow, but I will still keep the light on my arm.
Okay. So, then you don't have to worry about not having dark vision. Just anyone who doesn't have dark vision probably is sticking closer to Z.
I indeed am.
I'm just envisioning a 3-foot tall Z with their little arm up above their head.
Their little bunker.
Yes, their little bunker.
Yeah. So you all begin to move, following your Axibis as she leads. Any conversations as you walk?
I'm gonna cantrip cast message to Cecil, Avi, and Bracken. If I
Before you
can.
do that, just because I am reminded of their existence, you guys would have had extra of the message rings. Would you have given one to Z? Because you had 6.
I think if they were coming with us, I would have.
Yeah, we would have given.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, Z, the way that the message rings work is that it allows you to cast, but instead of having to cast a single one over and over to another target, anyone who's wearing the ring is involved on that line. So you can do one message casting to the ring, through the ring, to everybody else.
Gotcha. I will add that to my other possessions then. Thank you.
It's handy, you know?
Yeah. It's almost like a telepathic bond of some sort.
It has limitations, but
Of course.
like the fact that it gets broadcast to everyone wearing the rings, so you can't like single someone out with the rings.
Any of us realize that though.
Okay, so with the message ring, I'm going to almost just quietly, like a whisper almost, even though I know it's a message spell. Um, I didn't know, depending on some of you who caught on to it earlier, back at the mansion, it seemed as though Lady Araxibus masked her presence from those shadows that attacked us. I recommend keeping a close eye on her, because even though she's helped us, I'm beginning to doubt her loyalties.
Mm, Ivy will nod her head, but she's gonna chalk that up to Z's not getting the answers they want fast enough, and is blaming that on your Axibis. She hears, Ivy definitely hears and empathizes with what Z is saying, but will 100% put that on Z's just frustrated with the progress.
Okay. So, your Axibis leads your group, and as you are moving through, it is your Axibis, she is aware of your conversations. She doesn't seem to give any mind or any sort of presence. But she does lead you through a narrow passage as you get deeper down. And as it begins to widen up into the cavern, you notice that the edge of this place is it doesn't exist in the fact that at the edge there is just a drop. There's space here for the ritual, but you do see that there is a bit of danger as there is a drop off that as you overlook the side gapes. You cannot even see the depth. It's almost as if you were looking into an abyss.
Deep.
This is a interesting location.
Do we need to cross this?
No, this will be where we conduct our ritual.
Oh, then we've arrived. Even better.
As you look around, though, there is a presence here, something not quite right. Anyone who would like to roll for me perception check, please do so.
Yeah, well,
Is that perception? Oh, yeah.
Perception.
Percepi.
Well,
Z, maybe it is your doubtfulness that has you looking more to your Axibus than the area around you as you feel this. And it is Avi, Cecil, Bracken. There are figures here. Spectral. That linger at the edges. Confined, but what Avi you notice is a low moving mass. It seems to circle around in the shadows and the area is hard to breach. You see that as it moves closer to these entrapped spirits, that there are parts of its figure that begin to light up, and this is what starts to catch other attentions to it. And those figures, those entrapped spirits, seem to react to the lights that glow. They are both drawn towards it, and it seems pained by it. But the creature's eyes aren't on the spirits, no. It is on your group.
I'll point it out just in case anybody's missed it. I don't know how they could. Everybody's seen that, right?
Definitely do now.
seen what?
You would notice, as Avi points out, the creature with the lights.
Oh,
And if anyone would like to roll for me a Arcana or Nature,
I speak for the trees.
I'm
where's
sure
that,
you do.
where's that protector of the forest when you need him?
Could be anywhere.
Cecil, Avi, and Z, you are looking at a dustler worm. It's a creature that feeds on soul ash, generated by spirits that slowly decay. Those glowing beacons on its body are used to lure spirits towards where these creatures linger and den, and then drain their remaining essences into soul ash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. That's. I'm assuming it's a large creature, correct?
You're only seeing bits and pieces of it. The areas that have the beacons on itself lighting up as it moves through, but it definitely does not seem. It seems sizable at the very least. Definitely doesn't seem small.
Okay. That's a little concerning.
Yes.
I mean, as long as we don't bother it, but
Well, we will need this space. I believe that it has to be cleaned. This creature must be dealt with, and those spirits released.
Well, then let's deal with it.
great.
Then we should draw it up towards us.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming with the light that I have, it should notice us unless.
Oh, it's looking at us.
Okay, good.
Is it upset?
I mean, we're in its space. I'm sure it's a little upset. I can make it angry if you want.
No. Maybe that's probably not a good idea.
Well, we gotta get rid of it one way or another. I mean, if damaging it's gonna make it angry, I'm sorry.
What if we ask it to like leave or something?
Hey, can you go away, please?
Why don't you roll me a animal handling check, please?
I was gonna do the more how to train your dragon gentle approach, but sure,
That's a nat
that'll
20
work.
for a 22.
That's 18.
That's a nat 20 for a 22.
Oh my god.
As you call out to it, it doesn't look like it is moving to leave, but it doesn't seem to aggress you. At least right now, it seems, as you call out, to watch, wait. You are in its den, and as it seems that perhaps you might be aggressors, might be powerful, it is waiting, gathering info.
Can I slam my hammer into the ground a couple times, try and scare it off?
Sure. Roll me an intimidation check.
That's a 4. I
Oh.
can't hit the ground very hard. I'm weak now.
You're so weak. Does he want to do something here?
I just had a brilliant idea. Could I find so this creature basically just eats soul ash, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Because I could cast Tiny Servant and make a little creature that could possibly draw it away. Just an idea. But it's tiny, so it might not fully work. But I could try. I would like to not die.
So, Tiny Servant doesn't create something like a invisible servant or an unseen servant. It creates a construct. It animates a non-magical object.
Yeah, I was thinking about like taking maybe if there's rock, like a rock nearby.
Now,
And,
the way
like-
that this thing eats soul ash isn't the way that you guys know soul ash to be consumed. It generates it drains the energy of spirits into soul ash.
Is this like a soul ash shy halluc?
I don't understand the reference, so I can't
Dune?
confirm or deny.
The big worms from Dune.
Oh.
Probably not.
Damn.
Similar, but not quite.
The makers.
Yeah.
The
I
spice. The
I
spice.
was I was just gonna use tiny servant to like make a little creature that could walk towards it and maybe draw its attention and maybe make it go away. That was really my intention for it, because I was like, I know I can't make like anything big, but I could make something small to make it go away.
Well,
But that's just me trying to think outside the box.
I can try and scare it away, if nothing else.
well. Cecil has tried to intimidate it. And we have not seen the results of that. As Cecil, you slam your hammer on the ground a few times. The creature in the shadow seems to take this as some aggressive act. And it begins to approach at a quick pace. And as it breaks away, at least partially from the shadows, coming towards your group, baring teeth, ready to fight. I think that's a great place for us to end our episode this week.
Oh, really? That's what you think?
That's where we're gonna end it.
Is that what you think, Faye?
That's messed
And
up.
I think that we will start our next session with initiative rolls.
Oh, is that what you think?
Yeah.
I
So-
think you'll be hearing from my lawyers.
So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you all enjoyed this session. I will see you guys in the next stream, but until then, head over to wildewitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself, catch all the fun things that we've got going on. It's where we get our first announcements out to our community. So, stick around. And as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.